Ha ha ha! And we are live. Guys, let me know when you are here. Let me know, can you hear me? A little bit of a different setup today. I don't have the green screen on. Guys, let me know. Can you hear me? Let's see actually who's going to be first to join. Alfie, Crown King. Guys, let me know. Can you hear me? Hey, Tala. You can hear me, right? Let me know in the chat. Is everything good? Hello, King Corinthian. Guys, results. Beautiful. Fantastic. Alfie. Hey, Rachina. Tala. Wonderful. So, guys, normally I'm live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time with the same setup. However, for some reason, TikTok is not allowing me to use my software. So I'm going to have two different streams at the same time. So the first couple of minutes, I'm just going to be getting set up. Hopefully this is going to work. YouTube seems to be up and running. Hey, thank you, Alfie. Let's see with TikTok. I'm going to have to click go live and do it manually inside of the app. Let's see. Well, the angle is not very good, to be honest. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's see. Hey, Uz. Hello, A. Said, bro, I did good in math, but not so much in everything else, man. Oh, at least we did good in the maths. Hello, Vamper Sight. Hello, Richard. Hey, a lot of the regulars in here. Guys, can you let me know as well quickly? Is the audio quality all right? Are the levels all right? The volume and everything? Hey, Rish. Hey, awesome. Says, I got an 8 in maths and a 7 in further maths. Hey, congratulations. So, guys, today's session is just going to be a little bit of a chilled one. I want to hear how you guys got on. I know there's going to be some people who are super happy, some people who are not so happy, and I'm going to speak a little bit about that as well. You can see actually if you're watching on the YouTube at the moment, this review thing, I'm going to explain what that is in just a moment. To anybody who's currently here on the TikTok, let's see, we have Matthew, we have Rish, we have T. Hello, guys. Welcome. Lodan Cantona says, I got a B. Hey, fantastic work. Zulkifi, you're very welcome. To anybody who's watching on the TikTok right now, by the way, I'm currently live on YouTube as well. I don't know if you can see it there. This is kind of what I can see at the back. So if you can, it's going to be better to join over there. Somebody's trying to join. Decline. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. Okay, Alex says the grade boundaries OMG. Guys, I've actually not even seen the grade boundaries yet. I've not seen the grade boundaries yet. Were they high, it sounds like? Alice, well done. Congratulations. Amy says the grade boundaries were horrid. Yeah, okay. Leo Thunder says, what up? Autumn said, check the grade boundaries, they're awful. Yeah, it's 217 for a 9, guys. 217 for a 9. That is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Was that AQA or edXL? Yeah, okay. If anybody has them, drop them in the chat for me. What were all the different grade boundaries? Sipping on a little coffee over here. My cup is way too full. Look at that, guys. That's about to spill. Okay, Autumn says 186 for an 8. Okay, that's pretty high as well. Okay. Also, guys, everybody let me know in the chat, what time did you all pick up your results today? What time did you all pick up your results? Samuel says they were quite harsh. Yeah, that's for sure. Zakil says 111 for a 3. Okay. Charlotte 26, good to have you in the chat. Welcome. Tammy says 905. Nice. And also, for the majority of you, were most of you picking them up in person, or did most of you get them online? Okay, a lot of people saying 8 a.m. That's super early. Vampire said I got mine late, 1 p.m. because I'm in Spain right now. Okay. Autumn says got mine in person. Okay, so we have a mixture. Ali says 8:30. Rahan says online. Alex says in person. Briscoe, well done. Says got my 4. Guys, to anybody who sent me a message already, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've had quite a few nice messages. I know some of you are super happy with your grades. Some of you are less happy. We're going to talk about all that stuff. We're going to be talk about all that stuff. If you have any questions, fire away in the chat. I can answer those too. And I'm just going to quickly mention, so I'm currently live on TikTok and also on the channel. Anybody who's currently watching on the TikTok, consider coming over to the channel. I have a better setup over there. I'm going to end the TikTok live a little bit earlier than the channel one. So if you want to stay for a bit longer, that's going to be where to do it. So the thing which is over here on the right hand side, if you're watching on the YouTube, quite a few people have been sending me lovely messages and asking if there's any way they can, donate or give gifts or anything. And I'm not taking any donations or gifts. Thank you to those who have offered. But there is something that you could do that would really, really help me. That would really, really help me. The thing you could do, guys, I was asking about those reviews before, those Google reviews. Well, now we're going to try and take it one step further. And it would really, 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 really help me if any of you might consider leaving a video review. So if you could, literally just on your phone, on the screen on the YouTube, down here in the bottom right, there's a little QR code. So you can literally take your phone, go on the camera app, scan the QR code. It will take you to my WhatsApp, my GCSE Maths WhatsApp. And if you could take a quick video, literally less than 1 minute, just saying, how the videos and the live streams helped and what grades you got and the transformation, I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. And that would go, I would potentially use it on the website just as a little bit of a kind of like a promo thing to help other students and let them know what the content is all about and that it's actually helpful. So yeah, guys, if you could, I can't tell you how much I would appreciate that. If you're watching on the TikTok, it would also really be amazing if you could help with that. My WhatsApp number is currently on the YouTube, but I can maybe put it in the chat if that's going to help. Hello, Shush. How's it going? Timmy saying, what software do you use to edit your videos? Please don't spam the chat, mate. Just a sec. But the software that I use is, at the moment, I've been doing everything inside of OBS, it's called. Hey, JKE, you're very welcome. Awesome. Rachika, thank you very much. Charlotte26 says, me got to leave to enroll in 15 minutes. What are you enrolling on? What are you enrolling on? Is that for school next year or? Tanmay Patel said, sorry, mate, I'm not that good in front of camera. Would love to help in other ways. Guys, another way you could do it, if you really don't like being on camera, you could even send a voice note. That would also be really amazing. To those of you who were going to do a video is still even better. It's still the most helpful thing you can do. But if you don't want to do that, which I completely get, makes complete sense, a voice note would also be super helpful. Fin Supreme, good work. Shush is the Lulu. I remember you now. I was thinking Shush is speaking like a regular. But it's the Lulu. Okay, very nice. Hello, JJ. Hello, JKE. Okay. Samuel said, when would you like them by? Samuel, if it could be by the end of today, that would be absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. The best way to do it, honestly, is to do it during the live. That's what I would, to be honest, that's what I would appreciate the most. If you literally just, while the QR code is on the screen, you just take a scan of it on your phone camera, and then it will take you to my WhatsApp, and then you can flip the camera around, record a quick video, less than a minute, and then ping it off. And by sending the video, you're kind of agreeing that it can be used like on the website, just like it says here. Just so other people can know, other students can know that the content is actually helpful. Tanmay says, I got a 7, started with a 4 in year 10. Let's go. That's so good to hear, Tanmay. That's so good to hear. Cool Robot said, Matt, I got a 5 in maths and I really want to do politics in King's College Uni, London, but they require a 6. Can I still get in? So my advice is, if you're really clear that that's what you want to do and you really want to go to King's and do that course, I would recommend resitting either in November or next academic year and shooting for that 6. At the end of the day, guys, there is nothing wrong with resitting. And this is something which is really important to say, guys, resitting is an amazing opportunity. Maybe you got an 8 and you really wanted a 9. You can resit in November. Maybe you got a 3 and you needed a 4. Maybe you got a 4, you needed a 5. Resitting is not a bad thing. Resitting is a very logical thing to do. Even if you just, wanted an 8 and got a 6, resit, guys. Resit. There's kind of, I don't know, some students have a stigma about it and you think it's not good to resit. Guys, it's just a great strategy if you didn't get the grade that you wanted. Hey, Hodjon, good to see you. Bud says, can you do apprenticeship without GCSE? So it depends. Different apprenticeships have different rules, different stipulations. I know a lot of apprenticeships do need GCSE maths, but I know there's also some which don't. So kind of depends what you want to do. To anybody who's watching on the TikTok, I know my face is a bit low. It's because I'm also on YouTube, and it's just the best overall setup. Yeah, nice, Delulu. Good work, George. Okay, let's see. Alana says, awesome work, guys. Nice to see a lot of the community back here, by the way. Nice to see a lot of the community back. I think I just got the first video submission, by the way, which is absolutely amazing. Guys, I cannot tell you how much it will help me. Matt says, Matt, I passed maths. Good work. Dot said, I passed. Thank you. Hey, fantastic. Fantastic. Autumn said, if you resit, does it replace your previous grade? I really wanted an 8 or a 9, but there's always a chance you do worse on the resit. So they will take your best grade, or you can give your best grade. That's a good thing with that. So it's actually, there's no risk. Let's say that you got an 8 and you resit and you get a 7. You've achieved an 8 before, so you can go with that grade. Okay, Adam says, why did maths jump so high? Honestly, I'm not sure. Because those grade boundaries were crazy, judging from the chat. Whoa, Wasp has just come in the room. Okay, having a quick look. Saeed says, I'll give my GCSE next year. I'm so behind, very scared. Okay, so to everybody who's got their GCSE results today, what advice would you give to Saeed in the chat, who sounds like they're sitting next year? What advice would you give if they're stressed at the moment, bearing in mind they are just finished year 10? Sorry, that Wasp just came over again, and are about to go into year 11. Because I think most people will give the same advice. Krish Patel says, starting year 11 soon. Yep, I know we have a lot of year 10s in the community as well. So guys, what advice would you give? What advice would you give? Drop it in the chat for me. Rachel says, don't give up and you have time. Absolutely. Tanmay says, just hard work and prayer. Yep, those two go hand in hand. Absolutely. Melek said, don't worry. Hey, Bri, well done for getting that 8. Yeah, the advice, big time if you're going into year 11, is you have so much time. Even if you're behind, like let's say you want to achieve an 8 and you're currently working on a 5 or even a 4, you have more than enough time to put in the work. You're going to have to work, don't get me wrong, but you can definitely improve and get up to the grade that you want. Rachika said, just chill out, man. Don't worry. Don't get scared and have faith in yourself and do well. Yeah, exactly. The chill out, man, depends on what you mean by that. You're still going to need to revise. Don't get me wrong. But you don't want to be stressing. That's for sure. Well done, Max. HPSN said, bro grew facial hair. Guys, to be honest, I got back from Poland at about pretty late last night. I think it was about 1 in the morning. So I've just not had a shave yet. So normally I shave every couple of days, but I have not had a shave for about a week maybe. So I'm looking a little bit rough around the edges. Okay, nice, Krish. Good to hear. Vampire said, try your hardest and revise early. Yep, it's great advice. Great advice. Yeah, thank you, Syed. Vampire said, lol, yeah, you look different. Yeah, I'm also tired, low-key. I'm also tired. Yesterday, I set off. I woke up at 7. I got a 3-hour bus. No, 3-hour train. Then I got 2 flights. I flew back via Munich. And then I got an Uber from there to one place. Then I picked up my car and drove another 3 hours, 2.5 hours. So it was a long one. Rachika, glad to hear that the videos helped. Rish says, is 888888777 good enough for dentistry? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It depends on the course a little bit. Some universities have different entry requirements, but that's a really, really solid set of results. Really solid. Hey, Kunal, you're very welcome. Good to hear. Let me just do this. Okay. Is everything running smoothly on the TikTok, by the way, guys? Can you hear me clearly? Samuel said, just sent my video through. Thank you, Samuel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, I'm going to take another moment now to just ask about these video reviews. If you could send one, there's 27 people watching on the YouTube right now. If 5 of you did this, actually 8 is the magic number. If 8 of you did this, guys, I can't tell you how much it would help me. And also, there's no right, no wrong. You literally scan the QR code, take your phone out, do a quick little video. Hello, my name's Jonathan. I don't know why I love the name Jonathan. My name's Jonathan. I watched the videos and they helped, and I went from this grade to that grade. That would be amazing. How were your other subjects as well, guys? So the maths grade boundaries were high. What was English saying? Aaron said, got a mark above 9 somehow for further math and math. Well done, Aaron. Well done. Let's have a look. Rachel said, I never said my name. I need to redo it. You don't need to say your name. You don't have to say your name. You could also make up a name, because I know some people don't like to share their names, which is completely fair. You could also make up a name. Vampire said English was low-key good. Krish Patel said A-level content coming soon, bro. I am not going to be doing A-level this year. This year, I'm going to be really dialing in on the GCSE. I'm going to basically build a full platform with worksheets and all that stuff. But yeah, no A-level just yet. But maybe by the time that you guys are in A-level year 2, maybe there'll be a my A-level maths. Maybe there'll be a my A-level maths. Lucas said, my late night revision go. Come on, Lucas. Evie, good work. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, Rabdan said, I'm leaving as I'm getting ad. I'm sorry, I didn't see what you said. There's so many comments coming through. Said the English question was so easy. I don't think the English questions were too easy. Okay, guys, what we're going to do now is, as a quick celebration for the fact that we are all done, we are all going to do what did we do at the end of the streams, guys? Drop it in the chat for me if anyone can remember. What did we do at the end of the streams last year? Or not last year, during the exam season. What did we do at the end of the streams? God's Grace says, don't know if anyone remembered me. Absolutely. Vampire said, lightning. Absolutely. Guys, we are going to spam the chat full of lightning emojis or any good vibe emojis. Now, whether it went your way today, whether you were aiming for a certain grade and you got it, or whether you missed the mark and didn't get what you wanted, guys, what we want to do now is not celebrate our results, but we want to celebrate that the effort that we put in over that period, and celebrate the fact that results day is now down. Look, maybe you didn't get the grade you wanted. Fine, do a resit. Go study again, hit it in November, and get that grade that you want. But what's really important is that we take a moment to appreciate not the grades that we got, but the work that we put in, because that's what it's all about. Grades come and go, and they are one part of your life. The effort, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, it's never going to stop. If you want to build a life that you love, the effort's going to be in there all the way. So let's celebrate the effort. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Tanmay. Thank you, Vampire. Thank you, Tom. And guys, if you can't find the lightning bolt emoji, copy somebody else's, copy and paste it into the chat. Yeah, nice, Rachel. Nice, Vali. Fantastic. Yarab Dan says, you are so positive. I really like your channel. Hey, thank you very much. That's good to hear. Nice, Leo. Alexander. Yeah, guys, let's get those lightning bolt emojis in the chat. Like I say, this is a celebration not of the results. It's a celebration of the work that we put in along the way. Mixed Gamer said, what is your real name? My real name is Matt. Charlie May, you're very welcome. Haha, 0. Cool. Sid, nice. 231 out of 240. That is insane. Oh, Rachel, I've been saying your name wrong. Is it Raquel? Are you Italian? SV said, are we having streams next year? Absolutely. Starting in September, the streams are going to be on again. Okay, Shinder, you're very welcome. Hey, guys, fantastic. Also, guys, let me know, what's the GCSE TikTok been saying today? Has it been funny? Is there any videos I should watch? Because I know I've been seeing, because I post so much GCSE stuff, my For You page gets bombarded by all the like GCSE talk, like funny videos and stuff. Have there been any funny ones? I know there's a lot of people who were doing the whole football analogy, like the match report. It was a tough one today. Long summer. Lucas said the top tips guy posted his results. Okay. I don't actually know who that is, to be honest. I think that was an account called the Revision Guys that was really good, run by a bunch of year 11s. I think they did a lot of science stuff. Tom said, ciao, ciao, Matt. Hey, ciao, ciao, Tom. I don't know if that's you coming or going, but Krish Patel said, will the streams be on Thursdays and Tuesdays? So, Krish, I'm going to be doing a bunch of streams, but the plan is not 100% confirmed yet. So I'll be announcing it on social media over the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Couple of people saying, do you think Sparks is really good or a waste of time? It's definitely not a waste of time. It's good practice. Personally, I think a better platform could be built. And I know a lot of you guys think it is super boring, which is fair enough. That when I was at school, we didn't have Sparks. We had something similar, which was really boring, to be honest. But it's good for practice. It's good for practice. I know a lot of schools use it for homework, right? Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to juggle the TikTok and the YouTube at the same time right now. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to end the TikTok one and focus on YouTube only. So anybody who is currently watching on TikTok, come over to the channel if you want to stay. Alana said, practicing questions consistently. Yep, that is the best way to study. The best way to study. Raquel said, this is so sad. Why is it sad, Raquel? I'm assuming it's Raquel because you said Rachel wasn't right. So SV said, what is your sub goal for next year? What do you think we can get to, guys? What do you think we can get to? I don't know if you remember me. I'm Tanjim. Yeah, I do, Tanjim. Absolutely. Chris said, especially the live streams with past papers. How do you say it, Rachel? Rachel. SV said 1 million. Okay. Yeah, Abdan said 100K. Tanmay said 50K. Guys, we hit 30K already, so I think 50 is a bit low. Quite a few people asking what the YouTube channel is. It's just my GCSE Maths. Hopefully, if you type that in, it should pop up. Rochelle, is it Rochelle? Demigod said easy 40K. Guys, should we not be aiming for 100K? Should we not be aiming for 100K from 30? So far, year 1, we got to 1,500. Year 2, we got to 6,500. Year 3, we got to 30,000. I think year 4, we should be aiming for 100K over here. K Blizzy said, I got 5 in higher maths. Congratulations, assuming that's what you were aiming for. Nice, it's over, Sear. Good work. Charlie said, I got all 7s. I'm so happy. Hey, that's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. Okay. Ryan says, want to know what I got? Go on, Ryan. What did you get? Destroido said 200K, take it or leave it. That's a good question. Well, I would say there's about 800,000 students who do GCSE maths. At the moment, we're on 30K. If we got to 200K, that would mean we gain 170K. I would take that. If 1/4 of all the or just under a quarter of all the GCSE students next year followed, I'll subscribe on the YouTube. I would take that for sure. Tebogo Jr. said, would you recommend A-level maths to someone who got a 7 but a couple marks off an 8? Yep, you can absolutely do it. You can absolutely do it. People in my school, a lot of people who did A-level maths got a 7 and got on really nicely. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough. A-level maths is tough, but you can give it a go. Ah, Rochelle. Okay, there we go. Rochelle, that's better. Hello, HZ. Peak 11 Plus said, bro, I'm next year. Please pray for me. Yeah, my prayers go out. I predicted is a high 7, low 8. Fingers crossed for you. Fingers crossed for you. You got to come back here and put in the work, mate. Okay, Declan said, would you recommend further maths with a 7? I would say no. I would say no. I wouldn't recommend doing A-level further maths if you got a 7. If you were aiming for a grade 9 and you're a grade 9 student, and then it didn't go your way and you ended up getting a 7, then maybe. But really, A-level further maths, if you didn't get a high 8 or a 9, you want to stay away from that thing. You want to stay away from that thing. Yeah, good work. Somebody's saying I passed. I'm so gassed. Very nice. Okay. So to anybody who's currently watching on the HC said you need to shave, Matt. Yeah, I know. To anybody who's currently watching on the TikTok and wants to stay, guys, we're going to be moving over only to the YouTube now, just so I can focus on one chat. The YouTube channel is called My GCSE Maths. Super easy to find. So if you want to stay, come over. We're going to be doing a bit of a Q&A, a bit of a chilled out part. I'm going to give a bit of general advice for the rest of summer and next year and stuff. And then we're going to call it a day. So if you would like to join, come over to the YouTube channel. Guys, over on the TikTok, for now, I'm going to say, or actually, this is important. So I'll just say a quick goodbye to those who are on TikTok and not coming over. Guys, well done today. Give yourself a little pat on the back. However it went, good, bad, sideways. The most important thing, like I say, is rewarding the effort that you put in, not the grades that you get. Some of you I know aren't happy. You want to resit. Guys, there is nothing wrong with resitting, and it's a fantastic way to boost your grade. So yeah, honestly, don't hesitate to do that. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Archie. Thank you, Herbo. Thank you, HA. Okay, guys, on the TikTok, I'm going to say adios, arrivederci, ciao, ciao. Bye for now, and I'm going to focus just on the YouTube, just so I can be a bit more consistent, because it's quite tough bouncing between the two. Okay, guys, bye for now. If you aren't coming over onto the YouTube, have a fantastic rest of the summer, guys, and good luck for next year. Okay, ciao, ciao. Okay, guys, just a second. There we go. Okay, now I can focus properly. Who do we have here? Guys, if you're active in the chat and you have questions and you're engaged, can you please put a W in the chat for me? Can you please put a W in the chat? I know we have at the moment 30 of us watching. I just want to know how many people are watching versus how many people are just have it on in the background. So who do we have? I'll shout out everybody who puts a W. We have SV, Krish Patel, Vampire Sight. We have Rochelle. We have Yurabdan, K Blizzy, Val E. Yeah, nice. Okay, we have Shaden Moss. We have Destroydo, number 1, RNG, Samuel, Trixton Baxter. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Okay. So, how are we feeling about today? I know some of us are going to be happy. Some of us are going to be sad. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you did get the grades that you wanted, congratulations. Congratulations. You put in the work. It's not easy preparing for GCSEs. You have so many different subjects. You have stress. It's the first time you've ever done proper exams. So yeah, if you did pull through and get what you wanted, then congratulations. Congratulations. Second thing, guys, if you didn't get the results that you need, please do not worry. Please do not panic and don't beat yourself up. A lot of you, especially if you're on the stream right now, did put in the work, and that's the most important thing. Are GCSEs the be all and end all, guys? Let me know in the chat. Do GCSEs determine your future? Do they determine your destiny? Let me know in the chat. Because it's going to be more powerful if you say it than if I say it. Do GCSEs determine your destiny? SV said depends. Yurabdan said yes, they do. Classic year 10. Rochelle said nope. Trixton Baxter, nope. Samuel, nope. Yeah, exactly. K Blizzy says it helps. Rochelle says nope. Yeah, so we have a mixture. Some people saying yes, some people saying no. Does it help? Yeah, of course it does. Life is like this. You get older, you put in work, you achieve things. Each thing that you achieve is like an extra string in your bow and an extra step in the right direction. However, is it absolutely essential to get your GCSEs to live a good life? Of course not. That was quite a funny tweet. You know, a lot of you guys will know Jeremy Clarkson. He put out a super funny tweet the other day. It said something like, I'm going to misquote it probably, so don't hold me to this, but it said something like, it was on A-level results day. It said something like, um, every time this year I'm reminded that I sat my A-levels, and in my A-levels I got 1C and 2 U's. And I'm thinking about this whilst I'm attaching the lights to the helicopter landing pad in my back garden. So, if you think GCSEs are the only way to succeed, especially to succeed kind of materially, you're very, very wrong. There are many different ways to do it. And that's a very, very good example. Now, do they help? Yes. If you really wanted a grade 5 and you got a grade 4, should you resit in November? I would say yes. You have absolutely nothing to lose. If you really wanted to pass and you didn't quite pass this time around, should you resit? Absolutely, guys. You always want to do the best you can. But should you be super upset today and devastated and disappointed and think that your whole life's over? No, absolutely not, because it's just not true. It's just not true. Krish Patel said, aim for the stars and you'll get to the moon. Exactly. I actually really like that phrase. It's a very, very good phrase. Very good phrase. Vampasite said, my college course only needed me to get 4s. What did you get, Vampasite, out of interest? K Blizzy said, there's nothing wrong with resets. It's just more stressful. Yeah, that's true. But I'll tell you what, one of the really good things about resets is if you think about it, when you prepare for your GCSEs the first time around, you have like 30 exams. You have so many exams, 10 different subjects, or between 20 and 30 normally, 10 different subjects, and you have to prepare for all of the exams. Whereas when you do a November resit, you only have the exams that you resit to prepare for. So all of that time and attention and energy that went into the other subjects, you can just focus on the maths instead. So it's a little bit nicer, or a lot nicer actually, from a revision perspective. Rochelle said fairs. Sonic Boom said facts. Yeah. Vampasite said, I got 5s in everything except music. I got a 7 in music. Hey, fantastic. I would have loved to have done GCSE music back in the day. I didn't do it. I would have loved to have done it. Now I'm really into my music. So it would have been cool to do. Okay. We can open it up now for a bit of a Q&A, guys, if you have any questions. Let's have a quick look if anybody has sent any video testimonials. Okay, we've had 2 in. So thank you very much, Samuel. And thank you very much, Rochelle, as well. Guys, thank you so much. So I'm going to say one more. Actually, guys, also, I won't necessarily say video, because I know a lot of you won't want to do a video. But if you could even send a voice note testimonial, that would be absolutely amazing. And that would be completely anonymous. So if you could do that, I think most of you will have WhatsApp. If you could literally scan the QR code on the screen and do a little voice note, that would be really amazing, because I know a lot of you don't want to be on camera, which is fair enough. But if you don't mind being on camera, then I can't tell you how much it would help me out, guys. Can't tell you how much it would help me out. So I would literally just scan the QR code and then for 1 minute do a video. Hi, this is what I got. This is how the content helped. Yeah, I wanted to do a giveaway for like a raffle giveaway for anybody who submitted one, but technically you can't do that. Davindoshi said, is that your number? Yeah, exactly. That's my work number. So it's not my personal one, but it's my my GCSE maths number. Okay, the story though said, here's to getting sponsorship soon. Hey, fingers crossed. I would love that. It's definitely something I'm going to start looking into next year. Who do you think I should get sponsored by, guys? If you were going to come up with any brands, actually, or any companies to try and get sponsorship from, who do you think I should go for? I thought I could try and completely change the game and do a Nike sponsorship. Imagine Nike sponsoring a maths teacher. SV said Pepsi. Okay. Okay, thank you, Rochelle. said I'll sponsor you. I'm not quite sure what that means, but Yarab said I want a grade 9 in maths so badly, but I'm naturally dumb at maths and I keep getting a 5 while studying so much for it. By the way, I'm in year 10 and I want a 9 in maths by year 11. How can I do it? We'll be talking about that a lot in the upcoming live streams. Today I want to focus on the results as opposed to those who are preparing for next year. But don't worry, mate, I'm going to cover that in future live streams. Dostroido said Audi. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. Texas Instruments. I've never even heard of Texas Instruments. Let me look that up. Texas Instruments. Okay, they sell integrated resistors. I think they might not be willing to sponsor me. Rochelle said get sponsored by Tesla. Oh, Gold Dominique said they make calculators. Guys, maybe a 2-2 Casio sponsorship. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yarabdan said, my teachers use your videos when we have a cover, as I told them to use your channel as it's really good. Hey, thank you. Tingalinga said, save my exams. I don't know if Save My Exams would sponsor me. I think they might see me as competition. I don't know, actually. I've not spoken to them, but that would be cool. Rochelle said, imagine Casio. That would be cool. They give me a little 2-2 thing for the wrist. Alana said Bic stationary. That would be cool as well. Imagine that. SV said Mr. Beast collab. Now that would be shooting for the stars and hitting the moon. Destroyed us said Duracell trusted everywhere. Gold Dominique said BlackRock sponsorship. Nah, man, nah, not my style. White Rose Maths. I've never actually heard of that one. I need to check that out. Let me know in the chat now, guys, as well, actually. Do you have any particular questions ahead of next year? Davin Dushi said, why is your number there? It's for those video testimonials. It's for those video testimonials. SV said, can you do something special for the anniversary? What do you mean by the anniversary? I saw that comment before. What do you mean by the anniversary? The channel creation anniversary. I don't know when I created it. I think the channel was technically created in November, but I started posting January 2023. So we've done 2.5 years, pretty much. 2.5 years. Sienna said, are you a maths teacher in a school? So I don't teach maths in a school. I've been tutoring for the last 8 years. So I've tutored over 8,000, or no, not 8,000, 5,000 hours over the past 8 years. And I've been doing the social media stuff for the past 3 years. But I don't teach maths in school. A lot of people ask me whether I do want to teach maths in school. I think it's a super tough job, guys, honestly. I love teaching online. I love doing the tutoring. I love teaching maths on social media. I'm going to be doing even more of that this coming year. But I think teaching maths in a school, I'll definitely try it out. I'll do it for a little bit, but I don't think it's the profession for me. Gold Dominique said, do you have a registered business? Yes, sir. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Okay, SV said, YouTube says you joined in 27th of November 2022. Maybe you can do like tips and tricks and other things like calculators for maths. Basically something different for the anniversary. Definitely I'm going to broaden the content out a bit next year. Different content types, not just the video lessons, but also some like general study tips. Even, guys, would you like a study with me video? Someone gave me the idea of doing a study with me video, so where I'm just like working with a certain timer on the screen. Would you use that? If I put some cool music in the background? Yarabdan, if you send me a message to that WhatsApp number, then I'll get back to you about the tutoring. Destroyed who's in there with the 100 emoji. I think that's for the study with me. As we said, lo-fi in my GCSE maths. You know what, guys? I might do that because I also want to make focus music for myself. I used to use a lot of YouTube videos, but it would be quite nice to come up with really good focus playlists and then do it as a study with me. I could definitely do that. Vampasite said, if I were to ever do maths again, yeah, I would watch that. Would you watch it if you were doing a different subject? So if it was literally just a background, maybe with me working in it and some music playing and a timer on the screen, would you use it if you were doing other subjects or only for maths? Vampasite said, I make music. Very cool. Rochelle said, yes, I would. Very cool. Okay, that's good to know. Rosanna said, you are the best math legend, bro. Thank you, thank you. Destroydo said, thoughts on NCS EDM. But do you mean electronic dance music by EDM? Because I don't know NCS. I don't really listen to too much EDM, to be honest. Okay, Ramya said, yes, we would. And guys, let me know, what would be the best time length for Study With Me videos? Should I do it an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours? What would be the best? SV said, what if that idea is you doing past papers without talking, just working like an actual student doing a paper instead of explanations? That could be good. That's a really nice idea. The only thing with that is I don't really want to do past papers unless I'm uploading YouTube videos on them. So maybe I'll do like some of my work, like typing away on the computer maybe, or even actually it could be writing something, because I do like writing. Maybe I'll do that, like writing in a notebook or typing. What would be better, me writing in a notebook or me typing? Okay, your Abdan said 2 hours would be best. Okay, Gold Dominic said NCS is no copyright sounds. Rochelle said 3 hours, Yashi 2 hours. Most people saying 2 or 3 hours. Davin Dushi 4 hours. Yashi said, when will you start doing lives for New Year 11s? Mid-September, Yashi. Mid-September. SV said typing, you get a better recording. Okay. Alana said writing in a notebook. Yeah, like this kind of notebook. Probably that would look a bit weird, and it's clear that I'm not doing well, I mean, it is actually the most productive thing you can do, but I'm not doing like work. So maybe it would be best to be typing. Sonic Boom said 1.5 hours, because part of me thinks 2 hours is the best amount of time, but then 3 hours, I guess you can just watch the first 2 hours if you want. Okay, any other questions, guys? Rochelle said, why do you like maths? Why do you like maths? So the first thing I will say is I do not love maths. I do not go to bed dreaming of numbers. I know some maths teachers in schools absolutely love maths. I like teaching maths, but I don't really like learning maths. It's very good for you to learn maths because it's like brain training. It's one of the few subjects which is like pure brain training and trains your brain to speed up and be more powerful and make better decisions and this type of thing. And I really love teaching maths. I started teaching when I was actually 16. So I started tutoring right when I did my own exams. And I really enjoyed the teaching and learning process. I've kind of discovered in my life that what I'm interested in is learning and teaching, learning and teaching, learning and teaching. That started out with maths because I could get paid a little bit. I was charging £15 an hour for learning and teaching maths. But then what I've kind of figured out is that all of life, guys, this is actually going to be some real talk, so pay attention to this bit. All of life is the process of learning and then ideally teaching if you're going to share the information. So what do I mean by learning? You get born and you learn to, well, the first thing you do is you start crying to get attention and get your mum to feed you or your dad to feed you or whatever. But then you learn to crawl and then you learn to walk and then you learn to talk. And then you learn how to get certain things that you want to get. So maybe if you want to, get a new toy from your parents, you learn what to say, what to do. And basically all the way through life is just this continual process of learning and then doing stuff. And if you're doing life the right way, in my opinion, I know especially in society nowadays, there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of people not feeling so good. You have to actually learn how to be happy. Human beings were not born knowing how to be happy. If you think about it, we were born as an animal to survive. Now, is it better for, actually, let me know in the chat, guys. Is it easier to survive if you're happy all the time? Or what's more beneficial for survival? To be happy or to be unhappy? If you're unhappy, you're always looking for things that you might need to work on. If you're happy, you just kind of roll around and be happy. Which is better to survive? Which makes it easier to survive? Being happy or unhappy? Let me know in the chat, guys. Yashi says unhappy. Your Abdan says unhappy. Yeah. Anybody else going to join in? What do we think? Is it better for survival to be happy or unhappy? Thank you, Rochelle's putting it in again. Rosanna said survival of the fittest. Yeah, basically, guys, it's more beneficial from a survival perspective to be unhappy. So you actually have to learn how to be happy, right? You have to learn how to be happy. You have to learn the things that you do. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's spending time with certain friends, spending time with family, going for a walk, playing a certain game. Maybe it's video games that makes you happy. Maybe it's your dog that makes you happy. It could be anything, but you need to learn how to do that, right? And then you have to learn how to get a job. You have to learn how to build a business. Or it's always a constant process of learning. And what I kind of found out that it is that what I'm interested in is learning and teaching, learning and teaching, learning and teaching, kind of learning new things which are worthwhile to know, and then teaching those to other people and sharing those with other people. Now, guys, exams are worth passing. GCSE maths especially is worth passing, right? It opens many opportunities, opens many doors, and it's the first step in a lifetime, or one of the first steps in a lifetime of learning. So kind of it started with teaching GCSE maths. That was the first thing to learn and teach because it's worth knowing. But over time, I'm going to learn and teach more stuff, a bit more lifestyle stuff, maybe some like psychology stuff, if that makes sense. I know I was rambling a bit there, guys, but let me know. Did it make sense? So it's not that I'm in love with maths. It's that I like learning and teaching, and maths is GCSE maths is something worth knowing, is what I would say. And it was also an opportunity for me to learn how to teach online and do this broadcast style of education and run these sessions. Okay. Davin Doshi said, yo, bro, thank you for teaching me. You're very, very welcome. I'm glad I could help. Roxana said, I do IGCSE. Is it similar to GCSE? Yeah, very, very similar. Very, very similar. There's some very small differences in the courses, but it mostly overlaps. Michael said, I passed foundation by 1 mark above the boundary, lol. Hey, congratulations, Michael. Fantastic. Ryan Soil said, if one gets a 7 in maths, but we're aiming for an 8, do you reckon it's still worth doing A-level maths? Yeah, I would say so. My advice would be yes, it's worth it. Oh, Ramya, I think your stream's running a little bit behind time, so if you refresh it, it might catch you up. Okay. I'm thinking we might end the session in a few minutes, guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. Actually, no, I'll go for another 10 minutes. We'll finish at 5, like planned. Rochelle said, can you speak any other languages? I can speak a bit of German. I haven't spoken it since I did my A-levels, which was when I was 18, so 6 years ago. But what's quite fun is that when I was in Poland last week, actually the people who I stayed with speak mainly German. So it was a real opportunity to practice that German that I used to know. And I could remember a fair bit. My speaking was very bad, but I could still understand a lot. He actually said I'm doing German for GCSE. Guys, languages is one of the best things you can study. Honestly, it's one of the best things that you can study. Vampire said, ach, krass. Okay. Davin Dushi, if you send me a message, I'll let you know about tutoring and all that type of thing. HZ said, favorite Friends character. You know, HZ, I've not actually watched Friends. That's quite bad to say. I know a lot of people love Friends, but yeah, I've not actually seen it. Guys, also, what would be some good series for me to watch? I need a new series. I've just got really into the UFC, so I'm going to probably watch all of the UFCs from the first one. Maybe not the first one, maybe like the 150th or something. I think there's 320 something so far. So it's going to take a long time. But that's one thing I'm watching. But I think it would be good to get into a series as well. Yeah, Abdan said Khabib is on top. He used to be on top, but he's been out of the game for a while now. Malith said Attack on Titan. I've heard that that's very good. The only anime that I've ever watched properly is called Kakaguri, and that is crazy good. Crazy good. Yeah, Abdan said Hamza is really good. Did anyone watch it the other day? Did anyone watch the UFC the other day? Because Hamzat was unbelievable. Hamzat was unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, Rodsana said Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, I have seen that as well, and I love that. That was like my childhood thing, and then I rewatched it during COVID, and that's wicked. Promised Neverlands. I've never heard of that. Vampire said Avatar is so good. Yeah, maybe I'm even gonna watch another episode of that. It's Avatar's a special show. HD said if you like detective stuff, watch Murdoch Mysteries. Okay. SV said I only watch the channel. What is MGM? Is it a brand for tutoring? MGM probably depends on where you read it, but my GCSE maths is what it stands for. Your ab said watch Death Note. I've heard that is unbelievable as well. Vampire said, did you watch Squid Games when it came out? Yeah, I did actually. I did. I've not seen the second series, but I did watch the first series, and it was very good actually when it came out. It was very good. Rachel said One Piece. I spoke to someone the other day who said One Piece is their favorite anime they've ever watched. Who was that? I can't remember who said that, but it's really long, right? Like I want to watch Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and these ones, but they're just so long. Like getting into it feels like a big commitment, Yeah, Vampside said One Piece is so long. Yeah. Yeah, it's super long. What about movies, guys? Let's get some of our favorite movies in the chat. Let's see if anybody else submitted a video. Okay, no extra videos yet. SV said Oppenheimer had to lock in for math references. Maybe I'm going to watch that again as well. When I watched it the first time, I didn't really watch it properly. But that's supposed to be a masterpiece. Ramya says Attack on Titan. Guys, is it Attack on Titan is a series, no? I thought Attack on Titan was a series because that's also supposed to be really good. SV said movie and series. Yeah, because I got confused the other day because I saw it on the TV as a movie, and I was sure it was a series. Hey, H Tiger, well done. Good work. Said I passed. Well done. Can't believe it. Nice, H Tiger. Congratulations. Shabir, you're very welcome. Davindoshi says, can we talk about maths? We absolutely can. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat for me. But yeah, it is results day. So the main thing about today is we're just chilling down. And ending the chapter properly. And obviously I wanted to hear how you guys got on. So that's the purpose of today's session. Definitely not going to be teaching maths today. That's for sure. H Tiger, why was the Great Boundary so bad though? Honestly, I don't know. I need to do some research. But judging from the chat, sounds like the Great Boundaries have been pretty crazy. Do you dream about maths? Definitely not. Shabir, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. This year, in fact, we're doubling down. We're going to even more lives, even more resources, even more worksheets, all of that stuff. Roxana said, what is your dream car? I'm going to say a Porsche 911 Targa. So it's a specific type of Porsche 911. It's like the soft top one, but it's only a half soft top. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And also, guys, I can't emphasize enough. Don't worry, I'm not going to say it. Actually, this is the final time I'm going to say it because there's 5 minutes left. Guys, if anybody would be willing to send one of these videos, I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much it helps. Or would help. And if you don't want to send a video, A voice note would also be absolutely amazing. Would be absolutely amazing. Then it's completely anonymous. Doesn't matter if you don't like being on camera. A voice note could be good, or would be amazing. Is what I should say. Davindoshi, how many more minutes for the live? We're going to be finishing at 5 o'clock. Oh, that was a big back crack. Oh, Ramya said you're the reason I'm not cooked. That's very good to hear. But even if I wasn't here, you'd be okay. You'd be okay. Roxana said, "Why don't you grow a beard, bro?" I don't know. I don't. It's not really my thing. I did start growing one a few weeks ago. Like I made this is 5 days, no 6 days, 7 days. A few weeks ago, I left it for like 2 weeks. But I do not know how people have beards because it was so itchy. It was horrible. But also, like it's patchy when I grow one. You know, that's also the reason. Um, and if you can't, guys, can you tell I'm a bit tired? Let me know in the chat. Can you tell I'm a bit tired? I got back from Poland really late last night. I mentioned this earlier, but I yesterday I got a 3-hour train, a half an hour Uber, 2 flights, another half an hour Uber, and then drove 3.5 hours home. That was a crazy travel day. Vali said, "Thanks for teaching math and all your life advices." Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure. Guys, do you like it when I go a little bit more down the life advice road and the personal development and tips for anxiety and that kind of thing? Or is it a bit annoying and you'd rather me just talk about the maths when I'm doing the teaching? Because I would really like to start integrating more life lessons, things that I've learned in my time here. Let me know. Vampire said, yes, nice. But I only want to do it if you guys are interested. Okay. Someone was just calling me, guys. Sorry about that. Let's have a look. Okay, most people are saying the life advice, or the not life advice. Let's say the tips and tricks is also helpful. And it helped with the exams as well. I think definitely the ones that I shared, the breathing exercises for the stress and the anxiety and stuff. That one's definitely a good one to know. But there's lots of different principles that I can include. And I am going to start doing it next year. Because they're even more important than the maths, honestly. If what you want is to be happy and healthy and everything, which is what everybody should want, then it's not going to come from GCSE maths. It's going to come from many, many different things. Hello. Happy Bird said, "Do you watch any sports? Football? Question mark. For me, my favorites are the UFC and the F1. I used to watch a lot of football. I used to have a season ticket for my local team, which was Derby County. So I had a season ticket for a couple of years. I used to play football till I was probably 16. I played a lot of football. I used to be a goalkeeper, but I stopped that then, and also stopped when I stopped playing. I stopped going to watch as well. Over time, I've been into a bunch of different things. I specifically boxing and yoga. I did a little bit of, which I love. And then yeah, like watching the UFC, watching the F1. And then now I'm going to start MMA again, which is going to be super fun, and worthwhile for anybody doing, guys and girls. It's a really good life skill. Let's have a look. A couple of people asking what animes I've watched. Only Avatar, if you count that as an anime, and Kakegurui, which Kakegurui is not a very well-known one, but I have seen it. Okay, guys, it is now 5 p.m. There are not too many of us on, so it's going to be my time to say goodbye. Okay, H Tiger has seen Kakaguri. Rochelle has as well. Okay, cool, guys. I didn't think it was a very well-known one. Harry Paradox says you are Cambridge's most wanted because many pass mathematics by watching your videos, like me who passed. Congratulations for passing, congratulations for passing, and I'm glad I could help. I don't know why I would be Cambridge's most wanted, though. That doesn't sound too good. Ramya loves Kakaguri as well. Yeah, it's really fantastic. It sounds weird, guys, but anime is almost more real than real life. I don't know how that makes sense, but in my brain, it's like, because it over-exaggerates everything, it kind of captures things really effectively. Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Congratulations. Congratulations. Whether you got the grade that you wanted or you didn't get the grade that you wanted, congratulations for getting through this process, for getting through this journey. Now is officially the end of GCSEs. Results day is here. We've got our grades. GCSEs are done. They are done. However, some of you will want to resit. Some of you will be thinking about resitting. And I will say that it is absolutely worth resitting if you didn't get the grades that you wanted. It's absolutely worth resitting. There's no stigma attached to it, or there shouldn't be a stigma attached to it. So if you wanted a 5 and you got a 4, guys, resit in November. Resit in November. The other thing, like I said earlier, GCSEs are really not the be-all and end-all. So please, please, if it didn't go your way, don't let that stress you out. Don't let that stress you out. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. Vampasai, you're very welcome. H Tiger, you're very welcome. Said goodbye, thank you. Vampasai said never doing maths again. I thought that was going to be a celebration emoji, but it's actually a heartbroken emoji. So, final thing of the day, guys, you know what I'm going to say. Let's get those lightning bolt emojis in the chat. Let's celebrate the end of the journey together. It's been a marathon, and then we are going to check out for the day. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Davindushi. Thank you, Ramya, very much. Vampasite in there with the lightning bolts to set the pace. Samuel with the lightning bolts. There's 15 of us on. Let's all try and get some lightning bolts in there. Vali with the lightning bolts. Samuel again. And guys, feel free to copy and paste because I know some of you won't be able to find it. Hey, nice Vampasite. Davindushi with the big thumb up. T-Bone, you're very welcome. So thank you so much for the help. Time for more maths in an engineering course. Yay. Hey, very nice. Very nice. Vampasite in there again. T-Bone again. Samuel again. Okay, guys, I'm going to say congratulations for today. Well done for getting through it. And good luck. Well, actually, no, I'll just say enjoy the rest of the summer and good luck with the next chapter when it rolls around. Make sure to join the live streams when I start teaching again, even just to stop by and say hello. Okay, guys, it has been a pleasure. I'm going to say adios, arrivederci, ciao, ciao, ciao. Guys, enjoy the rest of summer and congratulations for your results.